right, so let's see if the wind is going to cooperate with me here. So, death and taxes, the two inevitable things in life, but I'm going to throw YouTube in there too for the sake of conversation. So, I've actually been, this has kind of been a back burner issue for a couple of months there now, since I came back on YouTube and found out, what happened to my old channel, Buck Tour, right, which is still active, by the way, and there's just picking up a few subscribers here and there, but there's almost 700,000 views on that channel. So anyway, if you want to know more about Buck Tour, I have a couple of videos up there about it. I think in the new YouTube and in the other one called My New Mustang, I think they talk about Buck Tour and what's going on with that. Anyway, that's one of the things that started me thinking about along this line. And then with the recent passing of my father, I thought, this is probably a good time to make this video, right, to talk to you all about it, right, because it's a planting the seed video or subject that I want to talk about, right. I don't expect it to be resolved overnight, right, but so here it is, right, and this is what happened to my old channel, okay? It got reclaimed by YouTube for inactivity, what they call inactivity, right? So what they mean by that is that if you haven't been active on your channel for a period of 6 months or more, they can reclaim it. Now, you don't have to be making videos, right? But you have to be watching videos and hitting that like button and be on YouTube as, from your homepage or as your channel, right? So if you're a YouTuber and you stop making videos for whatever reason, right, you still need to kind of, go on YouTube once every couple of months, right, to keep up your account, keep it active, right, or else they can reclaim it. So subsequently, this is what happens when people die, right? YouTube can claim your channel and all the monetary profits that go along with it in perpetuity. So how long is YouTube going to be around? Well, we don't know, do we? Because all this information is digital, and it's being stored in many, many different places, it's easily conceivable that this video I'm making right now could survive 1,000 years. And people will watch it for the next 1,000 years, right? I'm not trying to brag or pump myself up or say that this video is awesome, right? But look at what archaeologists have to do to just get a glimmer of information about ancient societies. They have to go through so much work. Now, when future historians are looking back on our time, right, and wanting to know what we were thinking and how we were going through lives and how the world worked back then, they have tons of digital information to be able to go through, right? They'll have videos like this, right, that they'll say, okay, this is what life was like for a small YouTuber in 2018, right? So the reason I'm making that point is that, we don't know how long these videos could go on. Yeah, I mean, YouTube could go, I don't know, bankrupt. That would be, seems a bit ridiculous to say, but they could go out of business, let's say, at any time. They could go out of business next year, right? That's it. That's the end of YouTube, right? And some other, platform would maybe pick up the place for, people to put videos on, right? But we don't know, We don't know. YouTube its value was estimated at $160 billion a couple of weeks ago. If it could be separated from Google, that's what just YouTube is worth. $160 billion, right? It's a heck of a lot of money, right? So I don't think YouTube's going anywhere soon. And it could be around for a very, very long time to come, right? So hence the importance of this video, right? So the I want you guys to be thinking about that, right? Especially people maybe that, have some health issues or maybe feel that they're at the end of their lives, right? And if you are monetized, right, especially, where do you want that money to go? Obviously, you'd want it to go to your family or loved ones, or maybe a charity or something like that, right? So you need to make those arrangements, before you do pass away, right? You need to give someone, hopefully a trusted family member, your account passwords, right? And it's also not just for YouTube, but they're going to need your banking information and the AdSense information too, right? To make sure after you pass that money can still be going to the right place, or else YouTube's going to reclaim it and they're going to get all the money. Now, YouTube has been around since 2005/6. Okay, so there's not that many people to date that have died on YouTube, if you know what I mean, right? Channel creators. There have been a few, reasonably high-profile people that had a good income coming off of YouTube that passed, and that's how I learned out a few of these snippets of information about how the family, dealt with that, right, to get that money. Luckily, that person had made the proper arrangements, right, so the family took over the account, so to speak, right? It's akin to, Jimi Hendrix's estate. Jimi Hendrix makes more money every year, right? He made more money probably this year alone than he did in his whole career, because his family is still managing his musical career for him, right? So it's kind of what we're talking about with YouTube, right? We want, now, obviously it could be your choice. You could kill your channel, delete your videos, delete your content before you pass away, if that would so be your option, right? For someone like me that's interested in this historical kind of, I use YouTube as a little bit of a historical documentation, right? I like looking back on videos I made 7 years ago or something, and for the nostalgic purpose of it, right? And also to learn, as we progress, right? It's not the most pleasant thing to be thinking of, but it's kind of akin to, writing a will, right? We don't, expect to be hit by a bus tomorrow, do we? But we write a will, to prepare, for that inevitability, right? And, to make sure that our families and loved ones are protected, right? So that's all I want, to you guys to start thinking about, right? Is that, you might not be monetized now, and let's say, you're close for some reason, and let's say you do get hit by a bus, but in 3 weeks' time, your channel did reach monetization, right? And you started earning money from it, right? So, you'd want that money to go to the right place, right? So as it stands right now, YouTube does really not have any, they don't like to talk about this, right? Because they don't have any official policy to handle really the passing away of a YouTube creator, of a channel. So they're more than happy to kind of keep this quiet, right? And just reclaim these channels like they did with my channel, Bucktor, and they've made money off of my channel for the last 7 years, right? It's like I was dead, right? They've been making money off of it. So, protect yourself, share your passwords with someone that you trust, right? So in case something happens to you, your channel can be managed, right? Or was I going to say, what else? Yes, Facebook. Facebook has a method of dealing with someone when they've passed away, right? And it's fairly easy, I think, for a family member to be able to access the account, right? And do whatever with it, delete it, right? Put up some kind of message that says, well, that the person has passed away. So they do have a formal way of dealing with it, right? And that's what YouTube needs, right? And that's why I'm telling you guys this, right? Because we need to kind of, get them talking about it, and maybe start lobbying them a little bit that, hey, you need an official policy right? You know, something in writing that says how we can deal with the death of a creator. You know, I don't think that that's too much to ask. They have a lot of policies about a lot of stupid things, right? So I think it's a really important policy that they should have, is something that they should address, right? So, yeah, so that's the little tale for today. I hope, you know, it got you guys thinking, and there's a couple more bits of information that I have on this. I really want to do some more research about it, right? If I've said anything wrong, I apologize. If anybody wants to correct me or has more information about this, by all means, please let me know in the comments, right? Or make your own video and send me the link, right? It's like, okay, you know, this guy did a terrible job on this subject, right? You know, whatever, right? You know, this is just, you know, really a kind of a sharing thing, and something that I want people to be thinking about, right? So thank you for watching. Love and peace from Canada. Love and peace from Christie Beach in the beautiful Georgian Bay, where I'm sitting in front of. And we are YouTube.